Yeah, good afternoon. I'm totally out of potting soil today, and it's just far too wet to make any. It rained pretty heavily yesterday, so I've got just a wee bit, enough for a quick demonstration. That's about all. So we'll just sow a few seed. Some of you might wonder why I'm not using tissue paper when I sow seed. I might appear dense, unable to read, but I'm not going to sow a 10 or 20 or 30, 50 or 100-foot row or anything. I'm just going to sow a few seeds in a little pot. So using anything like tissue paper would be kind of like using a crane to lift a dish from the table to the sink. This process only takes a minute once you're set up. I tend to spend far more time in the initial setup than I do in the actual work. But that's why the work flows so easily for me. Sowing seed is probably the easiest thing you can do as a gardener. And most of the people in these forums know that, and probably laugh at a lot of these videos that I do. But we're going to do one anyway because there's a lot of us who just don't know. So I've got a few pots here. I've got just a wee bit of potting soil that's fine enough that we can sow even onion seed in. And we've got some wood chips here. And so all we need really is some seed. And I have some seed here. Here's something I've been waiting to deal with. I apologize, I already dealt with that. Not what I thought it was. So we'll grab something else here. Maybe I may have to go in and get more seed, huh? Let's see, what do we have here? Not nearly as well prepared as I thought it was. Alright, I've already sown this type of seed before, but we're going to sow it again anyway. This is more moneymaker seed, and frankly I can't have enough. I know I've got some coming from Abundant Acres, and several members have sent me some, and I've sown every bit of it, I promise. But we're going to sow some more today because, as I say, it's a very valuable member of my gardens now. So for those of you who have not done a lot of this, this is how it's done. For sure it's how I do it. I would expect that I'm not the only one. I get these pots very close to the top. Normally I would put something rougher soil underneath, and then the finer soil above, but as I'm running so low on everything, we'll do it this way. How am I going to get this dang thing open? This scotch tape closed. I guess I have to cut it open. I'm not above such things. Try not to lose more than any more than I have to here. There. They went right in anyways. So they went in a good place. One here, one there. That's fine. These plastic packets could sometimes be difficult to deal with. There's one more. 4. Okay, we'll leave it at 4. And I simply put enough soil on top that when I water, that seed is not going anywhere. There, I've disturbed the seed already. Sometimes I'm a little too rough. We'll do another one here. One. You can see these are very small seeds. They're tomato seed. 2, 3, 4. And I don't need any particular help with this seed. And I've got these big fat fingers that I'm dealing with, and still I'm able to do it. So I feel confident, especially the women out there, they can do it far more easily than I. But so can the guys. I mean, this is just not that difficult. If it were, I probably wouldn't be doing it. I refuse to give up even one seed if I can help it. Okay, I've reserved this last one here for some Kalamata olive. I wonder how many have ever seen a true Kalamata olive seed. I know you've seen, oops, I'm kind of lower than I thought I was here. But I've got one anyways for sure. Where are the others? I don't know. Gone. Alright, here is one Kalamata olive seed. That's what it looks like. That's what's inside that hard, nut-like orill that you're used to seeing when you first take the olive itself off the pit. It's a pretty big seed. I'm going to shove it down just a little bit and cover it up and leave it at that. The only thing left to do now is to label them and water them. If I had 20 pots to do, it wouldn't have taken much longer than that. Just however long it takes to put the seed in the pot and then to cover it up. The only thing that really tends to slow me down is a windy day. That gives me fits. Trying to keep the seed from blowing out of my hand and trying to keep the seed from blowing into the next county. Today I don't have that problem, so I'm already done. We have 2 pots of Money Maker and 1 pot with Kalamata olive in it. And Kalamata, incidentally, is spelt with a K by the Greeks, a C by the Americans, or English. So, y'all know how to mark things. I'm just going to mist these a tiny bit before I turn the hose loose on them. And this time I'm actually going to do that on camera so that everyone can see I mean what I say. I used to just mist or try to mist those things to death, you know. But it isn't necessary. I give them a good soak, a really good soak. I know when I'm finished that that water had rolled all the way through the top and out the bottom. And it's going to stay moist now for the rest of the day because it's so late in the day already. It's past noon. And I see I got my camera wet. If it were in the morning, then I would probably have to water these again in mid-afternoon. So there we have it. That's pretty easy to do. I know everybody can do that. And you wanted instruction, and there's my instruction. It's what I said in the web, or in the forums rather, on paper. And now you get to see me follow my own instructions right here on film. So I hope that helps everybody out.